doesn't fall off. I'll be starting shortly. I'm trying to set up the YouTube and the Instagram live, but I want us to transition over to YouTube. I'm trying to get everybody over to my YouTube channel. So I'm about to go live on YouTube, but I'm trying to let you guys know to switch over to YouTube for my Instagram followers. I put the link on my story. I'm going to be doing some training with Blanco live, and I'm also going to be answering questions. I'm getting ready to do the live on YouTube. It's already started, just waiting for people to join. So switch over to YouTube. The link is in the description on the story. Let me know if you joined on YouTube, because I won't be live on Instagram today. I just want to let you know that I'll be on YouTube channel. Blanco, come. Oh, I just hit the camera. So I'll be working with Blanco. Make sure you go over to YouTube. The link is in my story. Just click on the link. I only see one person on my YouTube channel so far. But if you guys got any questions, hop over into YouTube. I'm live there. I'm going to be working on a place command that is really important for your dogs. I'm going to be using a clicker. So go over to my YouTube channel and I'll be answering the questions there. So on my link, on my story, there's a link there for my YouTube channel, and it should show a live. So make sure you go over so I can answer your questions on that channel. I'm just trying to get a few people over before I get started. We're going to be working on place command, which is really important to teach your dogs. Make sure you get over on YouTube so that I can start this live. I think I'm going to start about 7:10. So 7:10, I'm shutting off Instagram, and I'm tuning into my YouTube channel. And we're going to be working on place with Blanco. I'm going to teach you how you can teach your dog place, which is a very important command that you can teach your dog. You can use it for many things. Make sure you jump over to live on YouTube. YouTube, I'm telling my Instagram followers to jump on this channel where you're watching me at. I'm going to be starting the place command with Blanco. I'm going to teach you guys how you can teach your dogs to place. If you have any questions on that, I can answer it. If you have your dogs with you, maybe you want to get ready, set up, get some treats, get something that your dog can place on, and we can get started. Guys that just joined, go to my story, click the link on my YouTube channel. That's where I'm going to be at. I'm going to be working on place with Blanco with the clicker. Clicker training with Blanco. Okay? Make sure you go to my YouTube channel. There's a couple people that joined already. At 7:10, I'm cutting off Instagram, and I'm going to be directly on my YouTube channel. So go over to YouTube, click on the link on my story, go to my story, the little circle. There's a link there for YouTube. So go over to my YouTube channel. Correct. We are going to be working on place, and I'm going to be talking about markers, and I'm going to also be talking about release cues that a lot of people don't use, and this is why you may have issues with telling your dog to do something. Instagram, go to my YouTube channel. Go click the link at 7:10. I'm getting started. Thank you for your patience, YouTube. I'll be there shortly. I'm trying to get my my Instagram followers to join me on my YouTube channel. We're gonna be working on place. Not only we're gonna be working on place, we're gonna be working on clickers and release words, right? We have to let our dogs know that they're done with the task. Instagram, follow me on YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel, Mo the Dog Trainer. I should be live. There are a couple people that joined. Come here, Blanco. You ready? Come on. Go. Let's go. For those that just joined at 7:10, I'm shutting off Instagram. Go over to my YouTube channel. The description is on my story. The link is there. So we are going to be teaching place, and we're going to be teaching markers and release cues, right? It's very important for your dog. Okay, I'll get to you in a few minutes. I'll get to your questions in a few minutes. I'm gonna be here for maybe 20-30 minutes. If you just join me on Instagram, make sure that you go to my link on YouTube that's in my story. Click the link. It should take you to my YouTube page. We're gonna get started at 7:10. I got people waiting, so I don't want to keep them waiting. Thank you for your patience, YouTube. And we're gonna be working on place, release, and we're gonna be using a clicker and food and treats, right? And if you have any issues with your place command, this is the time to get your dogs out and work on this place. Now, Instagram, go to my YouTube channel. The link is in the description below. At 7:10, I'll be taking off my Instagram channel and going on my YouTube channel. So make sure you follow me there. I got people waiting. I told them 7:10. So 7:10, I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna start training Blanco, even though he knows the place, but I want to teach you guys how you can train your dogs the place command, which is very important. Thank you for joining. Instagram, 7:10, I'm going on YouTube. So 7:10 going on YouTube, make sure that you go to my link on my story, hit the link, YouTube channel, and then I'm gonna be live there. Make sure you go over. We're gonna be working on place, the markers, and release words with a clicker and food. We're gonna be working with my puppy, 7-month-old Blanco French Bulldog. You can do this with any dog. This is not just for French Bulldogs. You can work with your Pit Bulls, with your Beagles, whatever you have. It's basically the same thing. Make sure that if you are gonna work with your dogs, make sure that you have food, you have a clicker or a marker word like yes, and then you have something that your dog can stand on. At 7:10, 7:09 right now, if you just joined me, go to my story and follow me on YouTube. That's where I'm gonna be going live. We're gonna be doing some place training with Blanco at 7:10. So hopefully you guys don't miss out. This is a free training for a couple minutes that I'm gonna be here on YouTube. If you just came in, go to my YouTube channel, Mo the Dog Trainer, or there's a link in my story, and I'm gonna be going live 7:10. So at 7:10, I'm gonna be shutting down the Instagram. So you just joined. I know I keep repeating myself. I'm driving the YouTube people crazy. At 7:10, go to my link on my Mo the Dog Trainer on Instagram and join me on my YouTube channel. We're gonna be working on place, release cues. I'm gonna explain that and the marker. All right, it's 7:10 already. Make sure you join me on my YouTube channel. See you guys. All right, guys. Thank you for waiting. You know what? Let me swap tripods here. Give me 1 second. Swap here. Give me this right here. I'm gonna put you on here, and we're gonna be getting started shortly. Right here. Thank you for joining me. I'm gonna be working with my French Bulldog, so you guys can see me. Blanco, come. Let me go grab some treats really quickly here. Thank you for your patience. Come on, Blanco. Don't knock the tripod out. All right, guys. So we're gonna be working on place. So place is a really useful cue or command that you can teach your dogs. You can use them for many things, right? You can send your dog to a place if there's a neighbor knocking on your door, or you got company coming over and you don't want your dogs jumping on people. I get a lot of questions. How do I stop my dog from jumping? And this is one of the things that you can do with a jumping dog, right? Send them to their place. You got to teach them this, right? After the dog knows the cue, then there's consequences, right? There's positive reinforcement and there's also consequences. If you don't go, you're going to get a consequence. But if you do go, you're going to get a reward. This is how dogs learn, right? Positive reinforcement, positive punishment, negative reinforcement, negative punishment. The 4 quadrants of dog training. So in this training, we're going to use positive reinforcement, right? We're going to use treats. We're going to use a clicker. If you have your dogs with you, you can bring your dogs along. And what you're going to do is you're going to either put your dog on a leash and then you can probably guide them there. There's many ways you can teach place, right? Let me grab some treats here. And I'll be answering your questions in a few. I know a couple people just got questions. So basically, one of the ways that you can get your dog to his place is either lure him to the place. Can you guys can see me, right? Let me get this a little closer. All right, so either you can, come here, Blacko. You can lure them to a place, have the clicker ready, right? Thumb on the clicker. Or ready with the marker word. Let's get this close to the wall. All right. So normally if they jump automatically, I'll click and reward, right? So, but I'm gonna teach you how you can lure the dog. Like if your dog doesn't want to jump on it, you lure them. Right? The moment all 4 paws, you reward and you give them the treat. You click and you give them the treat, right? So notice I haven't set a cue. So the first things you want to teach a dog is the behavior, right? The behavior, you get a reward for standing on your place or climbing on your place. This place is good for a lot of things, right? If I'm outside and I want my dog to go to the porch, I'll tell them place and they go to their place. So place is not just one location. He's going to knock down my camera. After they learn place with one location, you can teach them multiple locations. Blanco. Come, place. So he knows the game place, right? So if I toss the treat that way, right? Blanco, place. Good. Now, how do I get my dog to stay there, right? Every time I tell him to do something, he gets off. If I tell him to sit, he just gets up automatically because he doesn't have a release word, right? So you want to teach your dog a release cue so they can understand that when you tell them to go to the place, they have to wait for you to tell them to get off, right? So if I say place, he has to go to his place. Now, normally some dogs, they'll go to the place and then they'll just get off because some dog owners don't know what to do, right? So what you want to do is you want to make sure that your dog's on a place and then you release the dog, right? You tell the dog that it's okay for them to get off. So I use the word either break or I can use okay. So my dogs understand both words. So what you want to do is you want to say the word that you're going to use. You want to have the treat in your hand and then you're going to say break and then you're going to toss the treat. Make sure your dog sees it, right? He's going to learn that break means to get off. So Blanco, place. Break. Good. Right? Release word and the place word. Break. Place. Now, I said place. I'm not telling him to stay. If he gets up, I'm just gonna put him back. Let me get some more treats. So if he gets up, I'm gonna put him back. Now, there are 3 Ds in dog training. Duration, distance, and distractions. If your dog learns all these 3, you're good to go, right? So duration is how long can he stay there before he gets off, right? Duration, he has to stay there for a period of time until he is released. So now that's duration, right? He's been there for maybe 10, 15 seconds. So you hold him there. In the beginning, you only want to keep your dog in a certain position. If you want to teach him sit, 3Ds, duration, distance, and distraction. You tell him to sit and then you release him quickly, right? Then you wait 10 seconds and 20 and you start working your time up. Now, he's been there for a little while now, so I'm going to say, okay, right? Give him a release word. So he knows that I gave him permission to get off, right? If he wants to get back on, that's on him. But you don't want to allow your dog to get off any position without you telling him or giving him a cue. Come here. Now, I've been working on the down with him. The down is a little tough, right? So he's probably going to break the down a few times. And I want to show you this because maybe you're struggling with the down, you're struggling with the sit, you're struggling with the place, right? So I'm going to see if I can get him on this video, on this live, to keep it down, to hold it down, right? I'm going to hold him accountable. He knows how to down, but he doesn't want to stay there, right? So I'm going to remove this platform here. You can probably use a platform or a little bigger so they can lay down. But I'm going to use the floor. You know what? Give me 1 second. Let me use this bed here so he can be a little more comfortable. Sometimes dogs are looking for comfort. Come here, Blanco. All right, so I'm going to use this bed. This is a place too. So Blanco, place, right? Place, place. So there's multiple places. He already understands the place. The porch is a place. That's a place. That's a place, right? So I'm going to try to get him to a down. And then I'm going to try to make him hold it, right? Duration. He already heard the cue. So let me get him up. Come here. Place. Down. Down. Right? He has to hold that until I release him. Good down. Good. Now the click means he can get up, or the marker word, right? If you say, yes, he's done, right? Now if you want to, come here. If you want to add duration, down, you can use a word like good, right? Good, but don't make it too exciting, right? Good boy. Good. Down. Good. 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 And then you can pay him there, but make sure that you pay him in his bed. Good. Right? Good. No reward marker. You don't want to talk to your dogs. Your dogs don't understand you, right? You don't want to have a conversation with them. Oh, stop this, that. That's why a lot of people are having so many problems with their dogs, because they're having conversations with their dogs. Your dog doesn't speak English. So you say good. Good, right? Good. Down. You hold them You hold them accountable, right? Consequence. Down. Nope. Down. Good. Good down, right? Duration, distance. Take a couple steps back. Come back to him slowly. Good. And you can release him. Okay. Right? You gave him permission to get up. So you want to make sure that you have a marker, a good marker, and a good release cue so your dog can have a good understanding of their training. If you're having issues with your sits, with your downs, your dog doesn't want to stay, either you're making it too hard for them, right? You're trying to make your dog sit for 3 minutes. They can't even sit for 2 seconds, right? Come here. So duration is the first one. You want to make sure in a low distraction area. This is my hallway in my house. There's no distractions. The only distraction is me and the treats. You want to start in your house. If your dog doesn't get it in your house, he's not going to get it outside. Forget it. There's too many smells out there. Place, right? Place is important, right? Make sure that you put them in their place. Not 2 paws, not 1 paw, the whole body. Now, if he decides to sit or to down or to, roll over in his place, I don't care. All I said is place. If you want to lay down, that's a plus. Now, if I tell him to down, he has to do it, right? Now, he can't get up from that down just because he doesn't feel like laying down. He has to wait for permission from me. Now, if I want to cause chaos, right, and confusion, I don't give him a release word, right? I'll just walk away, and then he'll get up, and then he'll end up over there somewhere, and nobody released him. You want to make sure that you release him. Be realistic with your dog. Like, if you put him on a down and you know you're gonna go to the restroom, you know you're gonna go to the kitchen, and he's gonna get up, just release the dog. You know, he's not gonna stay there if he's not trained, you know, to stay there if you move out of his sight. So release him. Break, right? So make sure they understand the cue, the release word, right? Let me get some more food. Sit. Get some more treats here. Positive reinforcement, right? So he's still sitting. He hasn't gotten up because I haven't given a release. If he gets up, I'm gonna say the no reward marker. And if he doesn't listen to that, he's gonna get a consequence. So if I move this, nope, sit. So he tried to lay down. I didn't tell you to lay down. I told you to sit. Place. Right? I don't care if you sit. I don't care if you lay down. That's on you. I just want you to go to your place. Hold your dogs accountable. This is why your dog may not be listening to you. If you're having dogs that are fighting with each other, if you're having dogs that are, you know, begging at the table, jumping on people, you have to hold them accountable, because this is where the problem starts, right? Communication, right? Your dog doesn't know what you're saying. You're rambling to your dog, and your dog's like, huh, what are you saying, right? So it's clear for the cue. So if I call him, he has to come. So Blanco, come, sit, yes, right? Remember, the yes means the game is over. You can do whatever you want. Same thing with the clicker. Place, right? Mark it. Good. Place. Now, you can add a distraction like a ball. Let me go get a distraction. Give me 1 second, and I'm gonna show you how you can add the distractions. I'm gonna get something super high value that he loves. Give me 1 second here. Break. All right, so I broke him because I know he's probably gonna break it. So this is a tug toy. This is real high value, right? I'm gonna put him to the test with the place command. You want to start with low value with your dog, right? Especially if he doesn't understand. I'm not gonna use food now. I'm gonna use the toy because this is what he loves. You can reward him with this. Now I'm gonna put him on his place, right? Place. No. Place. Your dog's gonna jump. Your dog's gonna do this. It's gonna do that, right? But you gotta hold him accountable. Now, if I drop this on the floor and he gets up, he's gonna get corrected, right? He already knows how to place. He knows he's not supposed to be grabbing this. So if I drop it here on the floor, he can get up as long as he doesn't move from there, right? Break, and then he's gonna go for it, right? Good boy. Come here. Come here. Right? So duration, the distance away, and the distractions, which is the toy, high value. Start with low value first, maybe something that he doesn't really like. Place. Nope. Place. Come here. Place. You know what? Let me use the this is too slippery. Come here. Place. All right. So I'm gonna tease him with this, right? Place. Right. I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna shake it up. Right. He wants it, but he knows he can't get up from there, right? This thing right here could be place. This could be a squirrel, right? This could be another person. This could be a child. This could be another dog. This is a distraction. Whatever you want this to be, this is going to be for your dog inside of your home. Now, if your dog can't leave this inside of your home, he's not going to leave that squirrel. He's not going to leave that person. He's not going to leave that dog, right? So you have to hold your dog accountable. Put him on a leash, right? Maybe a longer line if you have to, or shorter line. And hold them accountable. So he's not supposed to move there. I don't care how much he loves this toy. I don't care if this is a squirrel and is jumping around, right? I don't care. He has to stay there. He has to listen. Now, if I give him the release word, which is the O and the break, then he can get it, right? Blanco, break, right? See how much he loves this toy that he just freaking flies to it, right? Now, another thing, he has to let it go when I tell him, right? Come here. Out. Place. Place. Nope. Right? I'm holding him accountable. So make sure that you guys are holding your dogs accountable. Any questions? Let me see if I have any questions here. Okay, hi. How I set boundaries to my Frenchie if he stays out his crate during the day because I work. Hold on. I work at daytime. How do you set boundaries? I don't know if you're still on. But it depends how old is the dog. If he's okay with being alone in the house without, getting into any mischiefs like chewing on your furniture or chewing on inappropriate things like wires, peeing and pooping all over the place, then it's okay to leave him by himself. But if he's doing these things like him, he's not gonna be home alone without having supervision, right? He's gonna get into things. He's gonna chew, right? He's gonna chew the furniture. He's gonna maybe pee on the floor or grab inappropriate items. So you don't wanna leave a dog unsupervised if they're not stable, right? My 2-year-old dog, she's stable. She's allowed to have free roam of the house because she's trained, right? I did it for 2 years. I kept her confined in a small confined area for 2 years, and this is how she got trained, right? But you don't want to leave a dog unsupervised if he's not even trained. Let me see, any other questions? Any other questions that you guys may have? So you see how he's staying, right? I haven't told him anything. So I'm just gonna release him. Let me take this leash off for him. Break. Right, and I'm just gonna let him go. Here, Paco, go get it. Any questions that you guys may have on the place or on the or any questions that you guys may have? Oh, you're still here. No mess by he owns he owns the house. He bites everyone at home. When you guys are answering asking questions, just make sure that you guys are clarifying like the details of it, because I'm trying to understand your questions. No mess. Okay, so he doesn't do a mess. He owns the house. He bites everyone at home. Right, because there's no accountability, right, to the dog. My dogs are not allowed to do certain things, right? They're not gonna bite people because they know that I'm in charge. I'm in charge of the house. If they have toys, like earlier, I just went to PetSmart and I bought them some bully sticks. They're okay with chewing bully sticks next to each other. Sometimes the little one will try to go after the big one to take her bully stick, but guess what? That's not gonna happen when I'm here, right? I'm watching them, supervision. So if your dog is biting, that means he's not properly socialized, right? And he's probably getting away with a lot of things, right? Like maybe you don't have a release cue, right? A release cue. Most likely your dog can't go to his place. Most likely your dog sits, but he's not gonna stay there, right? So all these things come into play when it comes to like things like that, like dogs biting people. Make sure that you socialize your dog. Make sure that the people that are coming into your house are not approaching your dog. Make sure that you put your dog away if you have to until you can fix that. Any other questions? Like with the jumping on people, you can use a place, right? You can teach your dog not to jump, but your dog is not like an electrical switch, right? Where you can shut certain behaviors off. You have to teach them something else. If you don't want your dogs jumping, teach them to sit, right? They can't do two things at once. My dog is messing with the camera here. But yeah, so you have to at least teach your dog the basics. Make sure that you have the 3Ds, duration, distance, and distractions. Make sure you have a release word. Make sure you have a marker word. Thank you, you're amazing. I appreciate it, Jahira. I appreciate it. I'm not sure if you follow me on Instagram. That's where you came from probably. Just make sure that you guys follow me there. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to grow this channel like my Instagram channel. Maybe I can do some more lives for you guys, different trainings. Now, let me ask you, Jahara, if you're still here, does your dog have any release word? Does your dog stays in a certain position until he's released? If not, you have to work on that. Before you can get your dog to stop doing something, maybe biting people, you want to teach them something else, right? Teach them some basic obedience, right? It starts with the basics. Any questions? Let me see if I got any more questions here. I appreciate it. So if you guys got any dogs and you guys got any questions, now is the time. I've been on here for 31 minutes. I think I said I was going to be here for 20 minutes, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But that's okay, because when I get into the talking with the dogs, sometimes my wife have to disconnect the internet so my reception can go away. I've noticed people tend to scream at their dogs for corrections. Screaming... Hold on, she's gonna knock the lamp. Hey, stop. Screaming, like maybe raising your voice a little bit, it's normal, but I wouldn't be screaming at the dog, right? Like, stop! Like, nah, like you don't want to be doing that, right? You don't want to freak out your dog. You want to teach them, like if the lower you speak to the dog, the better it is, right? So if you tell your dog to knock it off and they don't, then you have to be clear with them. You say knock it off. They don't, you say knock it off again, and then you go over and maybe you tap them on the side or maybe a leash pop, right? Or remove them from the situation. But I wouldn't be like yelling at the dog, right? First of all, the dog doesn't even understand you, right? If your dogs don't speak our language, so they're more likely to understand body language, which that's how they communicate. And we have to teach them the same thing, right? We have to teach them how to communicate with us. Come here. Everybody. Yeah, my female is on heat and he's like all on top of her. But he's only 7 months and he listens very well. Obviously, he's still a puppy. He's going to be a little stubborn, but I think he listens more than his mom, to be honest. I don't know if because I raised him since a baby, but yeah, you want to hold your dogs accountable. All right, let's see here. Juanito, okay, I think I answered your questions, Juan. Any more questions, guys? What kind of dogs you guys have? Where are you guys from? Where are you guys from and what kind of dogs you guys have? What kind of breed? Is it Frenchies? Where are you guys located? Are you guys in New Jersey? I don't understand why I don't see the comments here. Okay, there we go. Are you guys from NJ, New Jersey? Who's on here? I can't really tell who's on here. Okay. Like on my Instagram, I can see the people that have joined. On YouTube, it's a little different. I want to start using my YouTube channel more often, doing these lives. The Bronx, New York, okay. I get a lot of people from New York, and why? That's what's up, the Bronx. Who else is on here and where you're from? Hey, Jahara, what kind of dog you got? You got a Frenchie? Also, now that you guys are on here, I started a subscription channel on my Instagram. It's only $4.99 a month. That's like less than 20 cents a day. I have some different content in there. I'm starting to upload new content in there that the regular channel doesn't have. For my subscribers that are on there for $4.99, that supports me in doing these videos. Videos take time, lots of time, editing and all that. That's why I don't make as many videos as I want to, because it's time consuming. Let's see if I can put the thing over here. It takes a lot of time to edit videos and all that. I would love to do it full time. So hopefully, one day I can do it full time. But The $4.99, basically, you can ask me any questions. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible, faster than the regular, regular without subscription. But on my Instagram, I have the subscription for $4.99. There's a couple videos on there that they're not on the regular channel. It's only $4.99 a month. And I'm also going to be doing lives there and answering people's questions. I'll probably bring some people in my live on the Instagram, especially if you have your dog and then you want to show me what you're doing. I'll bring you in and I can guide you through a problem or a basic obedience or whatever. So let's see, any more questions? You got any other person in here? Juanito, if you're still on, what kind of dog you have? I don't know who else is on here. Oh, oh, okay, Juan, what's up, man? Oh, okay, I know what Juan is this. What's going on, brother? My dog's over there trying to grab the treats. Juanito is in the house from Trenton, South Trenton. That's where I grew up, Trenton. All right, guys, so there's no more questions. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my Instagram channel at $4.99 for content that I won't regularly put on my regular channel. And for lives, for Ask Me Anything questions. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. You be on my Instagram too. I'll be noticing. Yeah, I just figured out it was you. I was like, oh, that's Juan, Juanito. So thank you for staying in with me on this channel. Hopefully the training was good for you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you.